I wanted to thank you for joining me on this episode of Doing Insurance Right. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. I'm a local farmers insurance agent here in Phoenix, Arizona. And today I just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about all of the states and current House bills that are trying to be passed for gun owners and liability insurance and what that could possibly mean and what they're trying to accomplish. So a lot of at least the one in the House that's trying to currently be passed would require gun owners to have liability insurance before being allowed to purchase a weapon legally. And it would impose an owner a fine of $10,000 if not having liability insurance. And then, of course, they're talking about service members and law enforcement not being required to have that. What they're saying quite a bit is that if we require insurance to own a car, but no such requirement exists to own guns, car fatalities since they required car insurance have went down 25% in the last decade, but gun fatalities continue to rise, that this would help reduce gun fatalities. And then not only that, adequate liability coverage would ensure the victims of gun violence that they would be fairly compensated when crimes or accidents do occur. Now, this is just not happening on the federal level. I would say this, that I know that California has definitely looked into it. Massachusetts, I know, has looked into it. Minneapolis and Minnesota has looked into it. Quite a few other states have looked into this. I don't have an opinion either way on this. Obviously, this is a very sensitive subject, especially for gun owners having to carry an additional insurance in order to own a weapon, especially when it's a constitutional right or a right to bear arms. But just keep that in mind. You know, if you do own guns, it is a good thing to maybe have additional liability insurance on your homeowners or your renters, to make sure in case an accident does happen that there is fair and adequate compensation for whoever did get injured or maybe wounded and permanently died in a situation like that. So just something to keep in mind. Something to make sure, especially if it was one of your own family members that was accidentally shot. Let's say it was, your cousin or your father or your mother or whatever it may be. You want to make sure that, they're taken care of and things of that nature. So this is a really short episode here of Doing Insurance Right, but I did want to touch on the gun owners' liability insurance that could possibly be passed in your state or on the federal level. But as always, if you could rate, review, or subscribe to this podcast, it would greatly be appreciated, whether you're on Apple or Google Play, Spotify, or Stitcher, or any other platform that you're listening to. And I hope to see you on the next episode.